Welcome, our audience, our beloved audience, to yet another episode. This time, episode 27. And we are going to talk about how to turn your passion to a profitable profession. I'd like
Yes.
to welcome you to this episode because it's going to be a mind blowing episode. Coach Shilpa and I are going to share all what we know about how we took this journey, identifying our passion and writing out building our business, our profession around what we're passionate about. So I'd like to thank you for listening to us, for always showing up, whether you're in your car, whether you're in a train, or when you're just walking in the morning or in the evening. And I'd like to welcome in a very special way Coach Shilpa, my co-host and co-founder, to this beautiful episode, and always being there for our guests and our audience, and doing the research, and just putting your heart out there. I really want to say this in a special way, and especially today, March 8th. This is International Women's Day. And I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate, first of all, my co-host, Coach Shilpa, for being a wonderful woman in her own right, as a
Thank
professional,
you.
as a
Thank you so
mother.
much.
Thank you too. And also all of you listening, that this episode is a dedication to the passions of women out there who are very passionate about raising their families, building their careers, holding different identities at the same time. And so this is a dedication to you. And I like to invite you, Coach Shilpa, just to say a few things for our audience.
Thank you. Thank you for such a generous wishes on the Women's Day. And I also want to extend my best wishes to all the powerful, beautiful, passionate, and lovely women out there who are our listeners, who are out there in the world contributing their best from their heart, from their mind, from their soul, and by their hands. So I wish you a very powerful, happy Women's Day. And we are going to make this journey more powerful, more easier, more smoother, and more enjoyable for you. And we are committed to that. And I'm grateful to have you, Dr. Gerald, in our life because we need support of such thoughtful men in our life, which completes our journey. So I greatly acknowledge that as well. And welcome our audience, our viewers to Lead Talk Podcast and Lead Talk TV. We are very grateful for your presence in our life because that drives us and that drives our passion more to contribute more. And that is what we are going to discuss today.
Yeah.
A very beautiful episode. We'll explain in a while. But before we get on with conversation for today's episode, I would like to mention some of the people who came on our podcast and contributed. Please go back and listen to them. If you are here for the first time, you're welcome. And listen to Coach Razmik, Dave Sethi, Simona, Tammy, and also Chuck Kanapush because they have been contributing and sharing their decades wisdom in this hour. So please go there. Also go and check the special bonuses, gifts. Some of them have given even an access to book time with them. So go and take benefit of all that because sharing somebody's time is the best gift they can give you, right? So please do that. And let's get on with today's conversation, Dr. Gerard.
Absolutely. Very excited once again. Thank you and welcome as you listen to us. Let's talk about something that is very close to my heart, and I'm absolutely close to the heart of Coach Shilpa as well. This is
Yes.
about being passionate about the things we do. And this is
Yes.
about career transition. Because we all know in today's world, it's one thing having a career, but it's another thing being passionate about. And as you know, if you're doing something just for the sake of money, it will quickly show up and burn out, and all these issues will come out. You won't feel the true you, the authentic self won't show up. And this is why we chose this topic today, so that we're able to go with you specifically, exploring with you how you can turn your passion into profit. By profit, we mean actually building a successful career around what you're passionate about. So we'd like to take you on this journey. So we show you, we discuss with you how you can adopt this mindset, these practices, and move along with us so that you are able to not overlook what you're passionate about, but build it to something that is going to be a lifelong journey, something that you're going to really be happy and fulfilled about. And you've had Coach Silpa and myself talk about fulfillment, building legacy, and really being successful in the kind of journey you choose for yourself. So this episode is really specially intended to help you gain clarity on what it takes to move from being an experienced professional service provider, and this could be a doctor, this could be a banker, could be a financial advisor, whatever it is, you could be in the education space, like somebody of my background, to becoming a private coach and a private consultant, earning from and building and growing your own business. That is that's the premises we would like to have this discussion on. So in today's episode, we'll discuss with you how you can turn this passion into profit and build a business you love, because love is important. That is what makes the difference, right?
Yes.
So you're passionate, right? So many of us have a passion. Some of us have hobbies that we enjoy in our free time. But the question is, Coach Silpa, we are talking behind the scene, is how many people have actually considered this, turning this passion into a profession? Good question, right? And this is why we're
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
This is a fantastic question. And yeah, we are very sure that there are so many people who are wanting to take their passion to a
Yes.
profession.
Yes.
And there would be multiples, like hundreds and lakhs of people who would have done that. But also there are percentage of people who have been really successful to make it a passion to a successful, profitable profession.
Yes.
And that's why we are talking today, not only turning passion into a profession, but profitable profession or a business, because
Good.
even that is equally important. If you're doing the work under your passion as your hobby or as something as a meaningful contribution, that's fine too. And absolutely we respect that. And we also have certain kind of passion where we are contributing and where we are creating a meaning in our life, right? But especially if you're keen on shifting your career on basis of your passion, so that now you have a fulfilling profession, I think today's episode is dedicated to you.
Absolutely. I love that elaboration. So basically, we will be exploring step by step how you can take your passion into profit.
Yes.
And in an authentic way, build a business around your passion so that you can enjoy success beyond profitability. So
Sure.
whether you are looking to make a career change, because we're very passionate about career transition, right? Or you simply want to explore the possibility of building a business around your passion,
Yes.
this episode is definitely for you. And so, Coach Shilpa, I want to get back to you and kind of ask you, why do you think this is an important point to talk about today?
Yeah. Surely, we will talk about it today. And as our ritual and tradition, we'll start with the important quote from Maya Angelou, is that you can only become truly accomplished at something you love.
Yep.
Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off you.
Wow. Very powerful. Say this again.
Yes, absolutely. You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off you, by Maya Angelou. That is such a profound statement. And absolutely, she's saying that it is not that you cannot get successful by doing what you have to do, but you can be truly extraordinarily successful if you do what you love.
I agree with that.
And many individuals today, I'll also say why I'm talking about this as a means of career transition and combining that with converting your passion into a profession is because many individuals struggle with finding meaning and fulfillment in their life, especially, as you said, experienced working professional, those who have worked for 15, 20 years. And after that, they question, as we questioned at some point in our life, is that all about it? Is this all to our life? And then they start exploring their passion, which can become a way of a greater satisfaction in their work as well. So there could be a possibility they bring their passion into existing work, or use career transition and passion together to build a new profession. So turning a passion into a profession also allows individuals to create a career which aligns with their values, their interests, rather than simply working for a paycheck. And that's what it says also in the quote by Maya, is that don't make money your goal. So if we are working for a paycheck, and that happens, as we explained in our previous episode, there are stages of evolution, stages of next level success. So it could be the major motive, and which was there for me and you as well, that satisfying our family needs, being true to our family commitments, taking care of our own self and our loved ones. That could be priority for some people in the beginning. But after that, people start looking for more fulfillment or actualization needs. And the third one is building a business around a passion, or a profession around a passion, can be a way to create a more flexible and fulfilling work-life balance. As individuals, we have more control over schedule, our work environment, whom we choose to work with, and that also, in a way, sense of liberates us while also keeping us meaningfully engaged. So now that we are clear why it is important to align your work with your passion, we would like to talk about the 5 benefits, or 5 key elements benefits for turning your passion into profession from a career transition perspective. And I would just start off, and I would also request you, Dr. Gerard, because this is like our interaction always makes conversation more interesting, is that to bring in your perspective as well. So as a starting point, starting from your passion gives you a starting point, because when we are at this point, like when we have traveled a journey of 15, 20 years, and now we are rethinking our career, some people get stuck at, okay, so what's next? Is it just a change of job, or should I just start a profession based on my skills and knowledge? And then again, it becomes will it become a drag? So passion can give you a starting point, a direction. So exploring your passion can help you identify your strengths, your inner calling, that natural alignment and interest, which can help you take an informed decision about your career and lead to a greater job satisfaction. So you might be putting the equal work and effort, but the satisfaction and fulfillment out of that effort is also coming to you as an additional payout of that, along with the wealth creation.
I love that. I love that quote, Shilpa. The fact that you're saying by building a business around your passion, it kind of helps you to start out to see where am I going, what am I good at, and I think I like that. So that at the end of the day, doing something that you're passionate about will obviously give you job satisfaction. Like we are here, right? Our passion is to help people transition, right? And that's why we're here. We are very excited, as you can hear us. Now, as you mentioned, there are 5 important elements that we would like to talk about. Now, the first one, Coach Shilpa has mentioned, as you heard, is you start with passion as a point of direction. So that's that's a beginning point. You have to begin with something, like Maya says, something close to your heart. It shouldn't be money you should be building your profession on. It should be on passion that leads to service. That's important, because it has been shown that many people who look for money, once they get money, they are empty. They don't feel that satisfaction, right? So nothing wrong with money, but money should be built within the context of serving humanity. And so the second point, I like that. That was just a quick segue. Now, the second point, Coach Shilpa, is that building a business around your passion can actually be a great way to build something, build a career that is more purposeful, that is more fulfilling, so that you are able to align with your values and interests. And I like this, you said this at the beginning, and I know this is something where at some point you question, but is this all my life? Is this, is it only this? Is it the daily grinding? What is beyond this? And this is
Yeah.
where, when there's no meaning in our job, people get depressed. People actually lose interest in the job they do. And I'm sure
Hmm.
as you're listening to us right now, you could relate to some of this. And another point, which is important, why passion should be considered in your career transition journey, is because it can be a great way to create financial stability and to build
Yeah.
wealth, right? Because as we spoke in the previous episode, actually, if you're doing something out of your passion, there's a very,
Hmm.
very likely chance, Coach Shilpa, that you will outdo many of the challenges, which means you potentially can grow big. And if you become the expert, as Maya says, the people know if I want career transition, there's no other person except Coach Shilpa. Obviously, the financial wealth will come, the wealth in other areas will come too. So, what would you like to add, Coach Shilpa, as well?
Yes, absolutely. Because I completely agree that the wealth creation and building and financial stability will become much more enjoyable because we
Yes.
would be doing it. Like you all are very experienced professional, you're respected in your field. So no matter what it is, you will continue creating wealth for yourself. But wealth and success that feels good is a great combination. And
Exactly.
adding to what Dr. Jairalji said is that pursuing a passion can also lead to personal growth development as an
Mm,
individual are often so challenged to learn new skills, take on new roles, new
mm,
responsibilities, add on to creativity when building a business around their passion. So new
mm,
responsibilities, personal involvement would be better if we are building profession around passion. And finally, building a business or turning a passion into a profession can also provide a sense of autonomy and taking a control over your career. It's
mm.
like you being your own boss, you running your
Exactly.
own career
Exactly.
against the career running you so far, right? So you have an ability to shape your profession, your business, and make the decision on daily basis, have that control over your life on day to day basis so
Mm.
that you align with your values and goals. So I think this is what passion can bring in your life if we
Exactly.
choose passion and profession and combine and integrate them with some strategy.
I love that. I love combining passion with the strategy, right?
Yes,
Passion
yes,
and strategy, and build something that is in alignment with your values, with your goals.
yeah, yeah,
And this is very interesting, and I'm glad you brought this out. And
yeah,
as you listen to us, one of the things we have noticed that while working with different clients is that many times, although intellectually people may know, okay, I am passionate about this. Now I need to transition. I need to start building a business around this, but we realize many of the clients, when they start working with us, they're afraid to make this leap of faith. And because they get stuck and they're thinking, but has this been ever done before? And so
yeah,
what we decided to do in this episode is share two nice stories, really, to prove that it is possible that you can actually build a successful business, a new profession around something that is natural, a passion that's natural to you,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
aligned with your natural talents. And
yeah,
so we have one case of a photographer and a marketing coach, now a marketing coach, Jenna
yeah,
Kutcher.
yeah,
And those of you who know her, she's obviously US based. And one of the things is that she was a marketing professional who had a passion for photography. Now, she started taking, just like many of you, you start doing something as part of a hobby. Okay. So she started taking pictures as a hobby. But then she soon realized that she was more passionate about photography than her day job, which was the marketing profession. Okay. So what did Jenna do? Jenna decided to take a leap of faith and she left her corporate job to start her photography business. You remember, photography was more close to her heart than the marketing job. So she started by photographing weddings and those kind of social gatherings. And then soon she built a successful photography business with a strong online presence. And you can notice here, because being an online marketer, she was able to still use the old, like leverage the old skill with her passion and now combining strategy. You notice combining strategy with her passion, and there her business grew phenomenally. And she later found herself emerging and growing and helping other entrepreneurs build their brands and market their businesses through online presence, social media, and all those amenities that all of you, as you listen to us, you now have available. So today, Gina is a successful photographer and marketing coach who helps other entrepreneurs build their own successful businesses. And so, what lesson do we learn from Gina's story? Clearly, this story teaches us the importance of following your passion, something that is close to your heart. It means even if this means you have to take a risk and leave your job, which we said no job in the world of today is as secure as building something that you can call your own, like Coach Silpa says, where you're on your boss, right? So she also shows us that when you have passion, it can actually evolve over time. It's not that my passion is this and it's going to get stuck. No. As a human being, we have seasons, just like in nature, we have seasons. Our passions tend to evolve. But that is going to be consistent with your values. As your values evolve, your passions evolve as well. So it's therefore important to stay open to new opportunities so that you can pivot your business whenever necessary in the direction that is in alignment with your values, your goals, and the new person you become every time you get to the next level. And I'd like to invite you, Coach Shilpa, to share the second story so that our
Yeah,
audience can draw lessons from them.
yes, yes. And we have selected the famous stories because that can give you an evidence, because always success leaves clues. So it is
Yes.
about Chris Guillebeau, who's an author and a travel hacker, is that
Mm.
he was a self-proclaimed non-conformist who had a passion for travel. And then he started writing a blog as well, that's the art of non-conformity, to
Mm.
share his experience and build the large following. Then he realized that he had a talent for writing as well, and he feels passionate about it. So he also wrote a book,
Mm.
The $100 Startup, which became the best New York bestseller. And he launched himself as an author and a speaker. So he then founded a conference, World Domination Summit, which brings together the entrepreneurs and creatives from around the world for getting inspired.
Mm.
What we see is that what we learn from the story is that the following your passion can lead to unexpected possibilities and
Mm.
opportunities and
True.
success, and the doors open. And as Dr. Gerard said, passion evolves and you
Yeah.
find new direction. It's not that you have one passion, it has to take one singular direction as well. Somebody loves photography, has to become a photographer. Somebody loves writing, has to become a blog writer. It's not like that, right? So
Mm.
it will evolve along with your personal development as well. And he demonstrates the importance of building a community around your passion so that you can leverage the community and build new opportunities, and also share your passion and your talent with so many people. You build the community. I would also like to add one point here of a good reference, like me and Coach Gerard. Like, we both share the same passion of helping people who are transitioning in their journey, be it that they want to become a great leader, or they want to enhance their business, or start their own coaching business, or take a leap of faith from job, from employee to entrepreneur. And we also have a passion of coaching. So
Yeah.
these two points we are merging, integrating together to create this new profession journey for us. And that also inspired this podcast. So your passion can open new opportunities, and you will also have different directions for expressing your inner voice, and you will find everybody will express it in a unique way, and that would be your USP, and you can use that USP in your profession as well. So I think this is very important, and based on our experience we would also like to highlight that passion, while it is a great point to start with, having only passion is not enough to build our business, but we will talk about that in few moments. Meanwhile, we want to talk about why passion is so important in life, and why passion is so important while exploring what profession you can build. And it is also, we say that, myself and Coach Gerard always say that passion is a great enhancer for business. So
Yes.
let's explore some possibilities, and why we say that passion can be an enhancer for your profession and a business. So let's talk about that for a while. Any points you want to add, Dr. Gerard?
Yeah, this is very important because one of the things we talk about is because we have lived this. So we
Yes.
know we like passion is
Hmm.
what should be the seed for your action, right? And
Yes.
but
Perfect.
Coach Silva mentioned that passion is good, but you also need to have strategy. So we are going to talk about that in a short while. Now,
Yeah.
why we say passion is where you should begin is because it enhances your journey. Okay. Number one, passion drives motivation. This is the importance why
Yes.
passion is very key. So the number one, it's like the fuel to your car, right? If you do not
Yes.
have fuel, the car, even if it's new, it will not
Yes.
go, right? So would like you to see passion as a fuel. So it drives your motivation. So when you're passionate about something, like we saw the example of Gina being passionate about photography. We know other people are interested in writing, like we are interested in career transition. That's why we started this podcast to talk about career
Yes.
transition, helping others. This is our passion. We love it so much. That's why every week we're here with you, right? So when you're passionate about something, you are likely to be highly motivated to succeed. You're likely to get even invest in yourself to attend courses and seminars so that
Yes.
you really succeed. So this motivation can help to push you through obstacles and setbacks. As you know, every business has setbacks, right? And so you will not be discouraged if you're passionate about something. So passion can also help you to maintain your focus and energy for the long term, because one of the things our shared mentor said is wealth is focusing on something for a long time, right? And this is what Maya just mentioned. You focus on something until you become the authority in that space. And so when you have passion, you then can actually invest so much in yourself that you build your capacity and you become this person you've always dreamed to be. And this requires time. And the other thing, Coach Silpa, that I want to share is passion drives creativity. And how does
Yeah.
this do? So when somebody is passionate about something, they are more likely to come out with the creative ideas and solutions, because one of the things as leaders we like to do is be problem identifiers and problem solvers. And this is the process of creativity, right? So this creativity can be a huge asset when you're building a business, and it can help to differentiate yourself from the competition, from other people. And yeah, so I know you are always with new ideas. Apart from these two, what else do you think
Yes.
is
So
why
that,
passion is important?
yes, yes. And you cover two important points, is that passion drives motivation,
Yes,
and also passion drives creativity, so that you come up with creative ideas and solution. And the world has seen the
yes,
passionate people have created beautiful, most innovative business solutions, the processes, the methods, and also the greatest inventions of the life, right? And
exactly.
also the third point I would like to drive is that passion drives authenticity, because when you are passionate about something, you are
Mhm.
most likely to be authentic and genuine, because you understand the flow. And
Yes.
in the flow, you create something which is so original,
Yes.
right? So that's why you will be authentic self in your business endeavors. This can
Yeah.
also help you bring a stronger connection with your customer, because they can see your passion, they
Yes.
can see your involvement, they can see how connected you are to the cause and the business, right? And that
Exactly.
would be always a very attractive drive for your customers. They'll also be able to sense your enthusiasm for what you're doing, because it will be a natural enthusiasm, which is a great
Exactly.
energy.
Yeah.
And authenticity can also help you build trust and credibility, which is essential for success in the business, right? So
True.
passion drives authenticity.
Mhm.
And the other point, what I have noticed is that passion brings patience,
True.
right? Because when you love what you do, it's like if you love someone, you will be more patient with that person, isn't it?
Exactly.
So
Absolutely.
it's
I
the same.
agree with you. I agree with you.
So the
Absolutely.
basis of so many relationships being successful, like passion and love brings patience and more understanding. The same way,
Yeah.
when you love what you do, you will have more patience to deal with the ups and downs, the disappointments, the delays.
Yes.
And sometimes the things don't go your way, even if you wanted it, even if you have tried your best. That happens in every business.
Yes.
So this will be a huge advantage to you, as this will lead you to the persistence. Because of your passion, because of your commitment, of your love, you will stay
Mhm.
committed longer and have better patience and persistence, which
Yes.
is a key element for success in any business. So by tapping into your passion and using it as a driving force for your profession, for your business, you can increase the chances of success of your profession and business, which is also truly rewarding and fulfilling.
Oh, I love that. I love the two elements you brought about authenticity and patience. Because
Yes.
in today's world, Coach Shilpa, you and I know, and also as you listen to us, you know that today people like business owners who are authentic, who are honest, who are true to themselves, because
Yes.
you can then relate to them. They are not artificial, right? Because the internet, the world is full of uh, fake people, right? And we also say fake news and all that. And we
Yes.
know the advantage of being true, because people will relate to you. And in today's world, people are dying to talk to and do business with people who are original, who are true
Yes.
to themselves, because no human being is perfect. And this is
Yes.
why we shared some of these life experiences of the two entrepreneurs who left their jobs and started something they were passionate about. These are true, authentic selves. These are individuals. You can check them out in private life, in public life. They're parents. They're doing stuff that is based on authenticity. And so one of the this journey of becoming an entrepreneur based on your passion is really being authentic. And this is something we want to highlight. And again, Coach Silpa, the other point you mentioned is bringing patient, being patient, because
Yes.
business takes time to grow. Just like a
Yes.
baby, right? A baby needs 9 months to be born. You cannot just have a baby in 2 months. It doesn't happen, right? So
Right.
it means as you build your business, as you transition from a professional, a high ticket professional, from
Mhm.
being an engineer, from being an accountant, whatever you are, to changing your passion into profit, it takes time. And this is why, if you love what you do, you're more likely to have patience. And so this is very important. So, Coach Silpa, I can't thank you enough for bringing this point. And now
Pleasure.
that we have, thank you. Yeah. Now that we've discussed the benefits of turning your passion into profession, moreover, a profitable profession that you can build business on. And we have also highlighted two individuals who have successfully transitioned and built business around their passion and ability.
Yeah.
I believe this time we should move forward to talk about some of the key steps. You remember we talked about at the beginning strategy. We said passion is good, but it is not enough. And this is the point we're talking about. Yes, we want it to be passionate, but we don't
Mm.
want like what we call blind faith, right? We don't want
Yes.
you to say, okay, I'm passionate about photography, I'll just abandon my job. No, that's not what we're saying. We want
Yeah.
you to combine passion with
Mm.
strategy. And so here we're going to talk about 7 important steps, strategic
Mhm.
points you need to take step by step so that you can properly convert this passion into a profitable business, either as a
Yeah.
coach or a consultant or a service provider. And so, Coach Shilpa, I want to invite you to start talking about some of these points.
Yeah. So basically, as we discussed and we created this process, and we also use it for our clients in our business, Dr. Jagat. Let's look at the 7 key steps, because there would be so many things around it, but let's make it simpler and not more complex for our audience. So let's start with the 7 steps. And step 1 is obviously to identify your passion and evaluate its market potential. So first step was always to identify the passion, and some people get even stuck at that, right? So we help our client, those who are not, means we give them enough hand holding to find their passion, but if somebody is still stuck at that level, we help them to identify. And second is evaluate whether there is market for it, because now you are building a profession or a business around it. So it is not just about you and your passion, it's applicability or offering solution or help to somebody else and for changing their lives or making it better. And you can do this by researching your industry and identifying your target audience and analyzing your competition. This will help you to determine whether there is enough demand for your product, for your services, for your niche and the skills, whether it is feasible for you to turn your passion into a profitable business. So the first step is identifying your passion and evaluating its market potential.
Yeah.
And that takes you to the second step. Once you have done a thorough market research, and there are certain points and parameters on which you can do market research, not just a blank market research, as into looking at 2, 3 people in the competition. And then once you have that data and analysis and enough research, you can create, second step is creating your business plan or launching yourself as a professional in your passion area. So once you have identified your passion, evaluated market potential, start creating a business plan. This will include what exactly your business does, what is your business model, who people who you will be catering to, where they are located, why they should choose your product and services, building that, having a marketing strategy, and also having your financial projections and some realistic goal setting around it. So business plan will help you stay on the track, or will give you a measurable action plan so that you actually materialize your plan and you actually start turning your passion into a real profession or a business. So these are the first 2 steps. So over to you, Dr. Jenne.
Oh, I love these 2 steps. You said they, us, when you're changing, start with identifying your potential market. I like this. Your passion. Yes, I have passion, but what is the market saying? This is the wisdom we want you to, as you listen to us, as you take notes, this is important. Okay. My passion, but does it have market potential? Step 2, create a business plan. And as Coach Shilpa mentioned, these are some of the things in our program, the high impact coaching program. This is where we actually get to handhold you so that we are very sure in step 1, you're able to identify your passion completely. And we help you to do the market research so that you're sure, yes, what I'm passionate about, there are people out there looking for my kind of service and my kind of product. And then together, we also go in step 2, hand holding you, right? Now, in step 3, one of the things we do, and we mentioned this before, is you need to invest in your education and skills, right? Yes, it is good to have passion, but remember, you are going to be helping other people through your service or through your products. So in order to deliver high quality products and service, you need to be an expert in your field. And so this means investing in your education and becoming more skillful at what you do. So here we expect you to be able to attend workshops, take online courses, network with other people in your space so that you're up to date with the latest trends of events and developments in your field. So this is very important. So you are expanding your context. And Coach Silva, the fourth step that we should share with the community, with our listeners, is about branding. So once you have identified your passion, you have tested it in the market is looking for it, you've built a business plan, the third step, you invest in yourself, you're becoming more of an expert. Naturally, you need to go out into the community, physical or online, so that people know who you are. And this is where branding comes in. So,
Absolutely, yes.
and I know, Coach Silpa, this is something you're very passionate about. I'm sure at some point you will be talking
Yes.
about how we can brand ourselves as consultants or coaches, as we're talking behind the scenes. Now,
Hmm.
but quickly, one of the things I would like to share with you, your brand identity is essential to the success of your business. Now, this
Yes.
includes everything from your business name and your logo to your website. Now, you may say, but my business is physical business. Do I need a website? Yes, absolutely. Today's space requires you to have both online and offline presence. So definitely having a logo, having a business name that's catchy and all those social media presence are almost a prerequisite, right? And so developing a strong brand identity will help you to push your person forward. And that way you'll be able to resonate with the audience. And the fifth step that I would like to talk about, Coach Shilpa, is that
Mhm.
you need to start small. And I know this is something you're very passionate about. I know you want to comment a little bit about that. You start small, think big, but start small, and then scale up gradually. Coach Shilpa, take it away. How does
Yeah.
that operate in real life?
Yes, actually, it may be, people may be thinking, okay, everybody's telling us to think big. Why you're telling us to start small? We are saying that have a long-term, bigger vision, but also have a small, short-term actions. Because otherwise, you're going to stay stuck and you are going to feel overwhelmed and you will not move forward. So it's very important to progress. That's
Exactly.
more important than creating a perfect big plan, right? So don't try to do everything at once. Start with small, test out the market and refine your product and service as you grow.
Yeah.
Because once you have established a solid foundation, you can scale up gradually. So build a strong foundation with small testing out, refining your product, and then scale up. So thank you, Dr. Gerard, for inviting me in for speaking about that, because everybody is telling everyone, think big, go big, do everything, fail faster, all those things. That is all absolutely okay and fine. However, we would advise there is a time for you to go big, but
Yeah.
before that, test it out,
Yeah.
build your self belief in your own product,
Yeah.
and get that right input in an early stage so that once you scale up, you're going to go with a full speed.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the step number 6, which is most important, is that staying focused and persistence.
Yeah.
It is not only about doing the right things, but also to do things rightly.
Yeah.
So success does not happen overnight. And
Yeah.
whatever you see, we always see that, like, somebody has an overnight success means he has worked for 20 years
Yeah.
before that one overnight success, right? So it's essential to stay focused, persistent,
Yeah.
keep taking action, and that's where your passion is going to help you. You will feel like taking inspired actions, and that's why you will stay longer in the game and win.
Yeah.
So stay committed to your vision. Don't let these setbacks and obstacles hamper you or deter you from further actions. And remember that turning your passion into a profit is a journey. It requires hard work, dedication, and also building a resilience on the way. And that's when people join us we help them build a strong foundation, because that strong foundation and having a proof of concept, that validation, which we will talk about, is going to help you stay longer in the game. So that takes me to the seventh step. With your permission, Dr. Gerald,
Go
is the
on, go on.
number seven is getting the proof of concept. So before you truly, fully invest in the passion and start building or scaling up your business, it's essential to get a proof of concept. That means you testing out your product and service with your close circle or with your first few early adopters, first few customers, and to see that if there is a demand in the market, whether the solution you have created caters to the right people, does it get the right result for the market. And getting that proof of concept is crucial to validating your concept, validating your professional or business idea, identifying whether there are any hiccups, any roadblocks, anything which needs to be fixed before making it on a big scale, and before investing too much time and money into the product. It can also help you to get the secure funding and investors for your business if you can demonstrate that you have a proof of concept and there is a demand for your product and service. So following the 7 steps, you can really turn your passion into a profit while transitioning in your career. And those who are committed to do that, they definitely would want to reach out to us, because we understand the importance of having the right kind of environment, the right mentor, the right coach in your life at this critical stage. Because this is where you will have to bounce off your ideas with someone, or you will need somebody to question you. You will need someone to understand you and push you in the right direction and hold you accountable for your actions. So this is the right time when you can invest in your learnings as well. And remember that building a successful business, even if it is out of your passion, takes time, effort, and dedication. But with right approach, strategy, and a shift of mindset as well, you can achieve your goal. And it is absolutely possible to live your fulfilling life doing what you love.
I like that. I really like the last phrase of doing what you love, because most people are in their jobs. Just the job is actually working them instead of them working the job, right? And very, very sad. And in fact, there's a statistics that said in the US alone, and because the US is one of the places where they keep a lot of data, they found that 86% of the people didn't like their jobs.
Oh, that's huge.
That's huge, 86%. And this is a credible source of research. So that we can extrapolate that globally. That means out of every 10 people, 8 people hate their jobs. So that means they actually have no passion. So you can imagine the pain they have to contend with 20, 30 years, 40 years, doing something just for the salary. Do you then wonder why we have a lot of depression, that most people are taking antidepressants and they're taking all sorts of things? Just again, as you listen to us, this is a point of reflection.
That's a very
I'd like to thank you, Coach.
Point. It's a very intense point, and glad you brought our audience's attention to this point, because it is not only about doing the job you hate, but it has its side effects on our emotional life, on our relationships, on our health, on our well-being, and we do not even know what cost we might be paying while we are busy earning paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly. And just building on that point a little bit, this is why we're very passionate, because after struggling, doing something that you feel something is missing, naturally, as human beings, when we're not growing, we're dying. And so that's why most people, only 2% of the people are happy with what they do, right? Two out of 10. So that's 20%. 80% are struggling. And so the question then is, what can we do? So as a contribution to the world, this is why we are soon launching the High Impact Hosting Program, where we can help you do the transition, so that together we can help you turn your passion into something, into what we call the labor of love, right? The labor of love, you work while you're enjoying it. It's almost like you could do it for free, right? So I like the fact that we talked about these 7 strategic points, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
Now, which are good to turn your passion into profit. Now, but we also made a caveat that yes, passion is good. However,
Hmm.
passion is not enough to build a successful business. Now, we just talked about this 7 points, but Coach Silpa wanted us to talk a little bit more. Maybe somebody who is like confused. But yes, you said passion. Then why do you say passion is not enough? Can you throw more light into that?
Yeah, yeah, sure. It is a real good question. And this is only to bring more awareness so that we are here to guide people to take a right direction. So we also have to share transparently and not spread a message which would lead people to taking into a wrong call in their life, because we are here to
Exactly.
make their journey smoother and not harder for them. So this is a very huge responsibility on us to tell both sides of the coin, and not only without thinking just highlight few points about building a business or profession around passion. So passion is often seen, and that is very true, that it is a key ingredient for success, but the reality is that it's not enough on its own. So
Exactly.
passion is an enhancer, and it is a beautifully integration of your business and love. But
Mm-hmm.
there are some reasons why passion are not enough for success, and there are some additional things you need to keep in your mind while you're converting your passion into profession, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to bring this into your consciousness. And let
Exactly.
me say a few points which can help our audience while they start building their profession around a passion. Is
Exactly.
that passion does not necessarily guarantee expertise. So you are having a passion, absolutely great, fantastic, but doesn't make you an automatically an expert in your field. So while
Exactly.
passion can drive you to learn more, improve, it takes time and effort to develop the right skills and knowledge necessary for a business success. So become an authority, become an expert in that area if you're building a passion and professional business around your passion. So don't take it for granted, since I'm very passionate about something, that would suffice, right? And passion would help you to learn in a very faster pace, because you're already loving that particular skill or expertise in you.
Exactly.
Secondly, passion does not necessarily guarantee the market demand. And just because you're passionate about something does not mean there is a ready available market for it. If there is
Mm.
no demand for the product or a service you create with so much of passion, investment of time and money, you won't be able to sustain for a long period of time in that profession or a business, no matter how passionate you are.
Exactly.
That's why it's always passion plus talent, means passion plus skill, talent, and ability to deliver the result out of your passion to your customers. That
Mm-hmm.
would make you a great profession who has created a business or built a profession or business around their passion. So that is one thing. Look for the market demand, also cultivate or also fine tune your area of love, and add it with the
Exactly.
numerous factors depending on your market research, as we suggested in one of the 7 steps.
Yes.
And the third one is that, as we say that passion doesn't guarantee demand, that means passion also does not guarantee the profitability the immediately you start your business or profession around it. So for
Exactly.
if even if there is a market, passion alone will not guarantee profitability. For that, you will have to learn a business acumen as well. And
Exactly.
that's when you see a reality that really talented, really passionate people, they are sometimes struggling in their life, and it is so painful to see that, right? So
Yes.
along with that, if you choose your passion as your profession, please also learn, and it is possible, that's a learnable skill, having a
Yes.
business acumen, having the closing skills, having the coaching skills, having the ability to convert your passion into a profitable business skill.
Mm.
Have a solid business plan, have a strong marketing strategy, so that you can use all that to do what you love and even generate wealth out of it. And any
Absolutely.
few points you would like to add, Dr. Gerard?
Yes, I like the clarity, and one of the things we can't overemphasize the point of authenticity enough, because we are coaches, we're trainers, we touch lives, we expand people, we transform. And so one of the things we want to give you both sides of the coin. It is good. However, we want you to see both sides. So as Coach Shilpa mentioned, passion does not guarantee expertise. And this is why we talked about you investing in yourself. So as you are
Yes.
beginning the journey of transition, also you need to know that you need to continuously educate yourself so that you are more of an expert than just, so you are like the most passionate and skilled worker in that space. Okay. So you have to have the passion, but raise the level of expertise in that passion area so that you become, as Maya said, you become the go-to person. If it is photography, become the go-to person in photography. If it is
Yeah.
about coaching, become the go-to coach in that space, right? And so again, we said the market, we talked about market research, and these are some of the things, the course elements we will be covering in our high impact coaching program, so that you get to understand how to build on market research, how you can actually identify whether those things you are wanting to put out in the market, there's actual demand for it. And then three, as Coach Shilpa mentioned, again, it doesn't guarantee profitability. You need to have a solid business plan. You need to have marketing skills, and you need to have closing skills. And these are some of the things. By seeking out a mentor, this is
Yeah.
why it's very important. So imagine you starting to learn how to drive a car on your own. I don't know anyone who started driving a car on their own, right? I'm sure if they are, they must have knocked the car several times and the car is full of dents, right? We don't want you to have that on your career. And so, Coach Silpa, the other things I want to add, the other important point
Mhm.
is that passion doesn't guarantee resilience. Now,
Hmm.
what guarantees resilience is having the expertise in terms of market research, in terms of having more expertise in that area of passion, so that once you're so good with something, then obviously your passion levels are going to grow high, and this is where resilience almost becomes a no-brainer, right? Because you will always have that fuel because you know so much about it. You become an expert, people are coming to you, and so it's very, very easy for you to keep going on even if the going gets tough. And the fifth point that we'd like to emphasize to your audience is that when you're passionate about something, when you love something so much, sometimes it blinds you to the potential problems. And that's why, as your coach, we will question you. We will ask you to think through outside the box and say, okay, are there some blind spots you're not looking at right now? Because our responsibility is to lead you to greater success. And so when you're passionate, you could easily overlook some problems, and we would like to work with you to make sure you're very objective in doing those kind of things you want. So you get proper feedback and you plan accordingly. And as we mentioned, Coach Silpa, we note that while passion is important, enhancer for success. We've said this many, many times, it's not enough. So to build a successful business, you need to have expertise. We've talked about expertise several times. We cannot emphasize it enough. We want you to have clarity of the market demand for your product or service. Would like you to have a solid business plan, have clear financial projections, because if your passion doesn't yield in financial rewards, you are going
Hmm.
to get burnt out. At some point, there's always going to be a time when your current resources cannot meet the business demand, right? So you will just fizzle out, and we don't want that to happen. And
Yes.
the good news is, Coach Silpa has a finance background. I'm sure this is an area of expertise she can be able to give her attention to for those of you who like it and who need it. And obviously, marketing strategy, we need you to have that. We need you to have resilience, because resilience is important. It is what takes you every day, waking up, going up when the going gets tough.
Yes.
And eventually, and probably the most important thing is to stay objective. So,
Hmm.
in order to build a successful passion based business, all these qualities, all this knowledge we talked about are very, very important. And so, by combining passion with these essential elements called Shilpa, we can almost say that our audience can increase their chance of success and turn their passion into profit.
Absolutely,
What would you
absolutely.
like to add?
That is absolutely amazing, and thank you for adding those points on resilience and also point on handling the potential problems. And
Yes,
while building the resilience, we also mean not only emotional resilience, physical resilience, but also financial resilience
exactly.
before you take that leap of faith. So that is what we always advise all our clients as well. So let me quickly summarize, Dr. Gerald, what we have discussed, and then you add any point if I'm missing out.
Sure.
Is that we are confident that this episode has brought you a great deal of insight,
Yeah.
our dear audience, on
Yes.
how you can create a second rewarding career by turning your passion into a profitable profession or a business.
Mm.
And let me add the points we discussed is that why passion? Passion can be a powerful enhancer while creating a business around it. It can drive motivation, creativity, authenticity, the fuel, all of which are important for building and running and being consistent and persistent into a successful business.
Yeah.
But there is a caveat. While
Mhm.
passion is an important enhancer for success, it is not enough on its own. To build a successful business, you need to have an expertise in your field, market demand, have to ascertain that, have a solid business plan, build business acumen, the other high impact skills which you would need to build that professional success, a strong resilience and the ability to objectively look at your profession and business and make the adjustment and redirect whenever necessary.
Yeah.
So in addition, we also went through the 7 steps to take your passion to profit.
Yeah.
Step 1, identify your passion and evaluate market potential. Step number 2, create a business model and a business plan for you. Third, invest in your own self, your education and skill enhancement. 4, develop your brand identity and become valuable to the marketplace.
Yeah.
Step number 5, start small, have a proof of concept, and then scale up.
Yeah.
Step number 6 is staying focused and persistent no matter what. And 7, getting the proof of concept before anything else, because that's going to build a strong confidence not only in you, but also if you're seeking out any investor and any collaboration in your profession and business. Yes, Dr. Gerald, over to you for summing up and concluding our today's episode.
Oh, beautiful. I love this summary, just the fact that you are mentioning these very important points. And because, like we said, we want you to be successful. And one of the key things that we learn from our own experience as coaches is that many times we said, I wish somebody told me this, right? Like you go one way, you found if somebody just told you something that took you 6 months, you could have attained it in maybe 1 month. So if you are very interested in turning your passion into a profitable profession, would like to invite you at this point to write to leadtalkpodcast@gmail.com so that a member of our team will reach out to you and schedule a call so we can understand your needs. Now, once we do this, we can do this either we facilitate your growth, your transformation, your career transition as one-on-one basis or as part of a group coaching. And
Yes.
this can be part of the one-on-one or the high impact coach program that we will be launching soon. And again, like we always say, we like to thank you for your attention. It has been really, it's very fulfilling to us as people who have made this journey almost on their own, along the way, made a lot of mistakes, but found very good coaches. And that's why we're paying back. That's why we are offering ourselves to serve you, right? So we also invite you to download, to read some of the resources that Coach Shilpa mentioned at the beginning. There is so much stuff that can make you a good leader. Information about career growth and career transition, coaching, training, and building your coaching and consulting business. So there's a lot we've put in our previous episode and also down below. So if you're new, we also encourage you to subscribe, download, and share this episode with your family and colleagues. We also invite you to join our private leadership and career transition community and follow us on social media. Also, we're going to have the high impact coaching community. We'll soon give you the details. And maybe by the time you're watching this, the link would be here. So you're welcome to join us so we prepare as we make the course ready for you. So also reach out to us for consulting, speaking, and mentoring opportunities. Again, do not hesitate to write to us at leadtalkpodcast@gmail.com. We're here to help you navigate your coach training, your career revival, career transition, and building your business so that 2023 can be your best year ever. So we really are excited. I know before I close this session, I would like to invite Coach Shilpa to say something sweet and we call it a day.
Yes, absolutely. I loved that you said that. Yes, and I want to assure we are here. I would also encourage you to reach out to us, share your stories, also share your potential roadblocks, challenges, or current challenges in your career, in your business, in your profession, whether you are a aspiring leader or you're in the process of converting your passion into a business, whether you want to start your own consultancy, coaching on the side, and then shift, whatever may be the case, you don't have to struggle alone, right? Please do reach out. We are here at just one message away. So make most of it and stop struggling, start winning, stop following, start leading. And we will see you in the equally powerful next episode very soon. By then, take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. See you. Bye.